Good morning, ladies and gents. George here, and I'm going to bring to you today my top 5 advanced squatter YouTube channels and their call signs, their Looney Tune call signs, which I assigned. Let's take it away. Coming in at number 5. We have David Garvin. David is a strong defender of our hobby. Recently, Advanced Squad Leader was criticized by Vice, and David wrote a good rebuttal. On his channel, he has a few good gems that provide short tutorials on Sassel and the Human Wave. He also has his blog, which I mentioned before, No Dice, No Glory, worthwhile checking out. He has good knowledge about ASL and how it evolved from the classic squad leader game. He also runs tournaments in the US and Canada, where he never fails to eloquently toast our late association founder here in Canada, the late Jim McLeod. Whoops, we jumped ahead. Well, it was really hard to assign David a call sign because ordinarily, when he's working out in the field, and when I'm talking about the field, I'm talking about the battlefield, he is typically surrounded by loonies. So I assigned David the call sign Roadrunner. He is a survivor and an ardent ASL supporter. Coming in at number 4. We have J and D Hobbies, produced accurately concise ASL tutorial videos to date. They are the most concise videos to date. A very thorough collection, if I may add. And I like his voice and his pace of how he teaches the different complex aspects of ASL. The channel also provided great action replays of live playing with boards, actual boards encounters, as opposed to using Vassal. Unfortunately, the channel has not been active in the last 8 months or so, and he has turned off comments to his last video that he posted. I hope he's doing well and that his channel did not close due to harassment. For being a concise go-getter, J&D Hobbies has earned the call sign Chicken Hawk. Coming in at number 3, we're getting closer to the top here. I'm really excited. Coming in at number 3 is RitterKrieg. Excellent tutorials, outstanding gameplay, master of ASL inventions, precision dice et al., and al meaning everything else. He's the Acme company of ASL. I believe he's also known as Derek Ritter. I don't think that has anything to do with Three's company, but who knows. Also runs an excellent site selling precision dice, which I've ordered from, as you can see. And he's always tinkering with new inventions. He has excellent tutorials, as I said before, and live action gameplay on actual board and paper. I love that. I'm sick and tired of Vassal, to be honest with you. I'm eager to go out there and play a live opponent. On his site, he also has a section of dedicated ASL puzzles. They're almost chess-like, and they give you the units and their objective, and there is solve this problem sort of article, which is great. Now, call sign. His call sign is WILLIE Coyote for being the creative inventor in ASL. And the only difference between him and WILLIE Coyote is that his inventions actually work. WILLIE Coyote hasn't always been that successful in capturing Roadrunner, but we all know that deep down, WILLIE Coyote and Roadrunner are actually best friends. Coming in at number 2. Illuminating rounds. Now, I've watched their videos, and let me tell you, Martin and Dave, they have a good chemistry together. So, the synergy and good nature of these friends is monumentally outstanding. Take a good look at Martin and Dave. Dave looks a bit like Mr. Varoufakis or Dr. Spock, but is an advent ASL player. And Martin he's just a great duo. Excellent chemistry there. By far, they have great insights and are rules experts as far as I can judge. I enjoy their videos with a spot of tea. I highly recommend Red Rose. Red Rose, you say? Only in Canada? Pity. That was the end of my horrible UK British accent. I highly recommend Red Rose variety when viewing their videos. Viewing their videos with a spot of tea is excellent. Excellent afternoon and morning absorption of ASL knowledge. Yeah. And their call sign. Their call sign is Goofy Gophers because of the excellent cooperation, friendliness, good role models for our community, and always solving the most difficult challenges in gameplay and rules interpretations. Let's do a little drum roll. I promise to do better next time. All right, number one, Advanced Squad Leader Academy. And by the way, I'm going to provide links in the comments below as to where you can find these excellent sites. Advanced Squad Leader Academy, Neil Uden. Without a question of a doubt, Mr. Uden is the prof that makes the most complicated math problem look easy. That's the analogy between him and ASL. What's the square root of a negative imaginary number? I'm sure Mr. Uden has the answer for that. His use of dry erase markers and actual board encounter is very satisfying. If you want to quench your thirst for knowledge, then watch his tutorial videos. But he doesn't only have tutorial videos, he has excellent unboxing videos, good camera angles. He presents the package in a very thoughtful and methodical way, and he doesn't rush things. It's stupendous. So what call sign did we assign Neil? Congratulations, Neil. Call sign Bugs Bunny, because he's a wascally little rabbit. Next, we have an honorable mention. Now, this honorable mention, I stumbled across him a little bit by accident. And when I first heard about this honorable mention, the first thing that came to my mind is Vaseline. Yeah, this creator of this site that got the honorable mention reached out to me at the point where I was transitioning between SL, Squad Leader, and Advanced Squad Leader. Now, Squad Leader had proven to be a bittersweet experience. Although I was happy to play Squad Leader, the rules were convoluted and often there was too many secondary documents, contradictions. In terms of documents to consult, we had errata, Q&A, rulebook conventions, and 4 sets of contradictory rules. So what happened there was through Squad Leader, I was introduced to my good friend Alain Chabot, and he convinced me to turn the page and head towards ASL. Alain is a M&P rules proofreader, and he has his own ASL counter in the latest edition of CRYPT. My baptism of fire was retaking Verville. Since Alain didn't mind that I recorded this training with him, I recorded the gameplay through Vassal, and I uploaded to YouTube. Much to my surprise, it attracted more viewers than my SL videos. And I still have a few of them up, but everything that had 50 viewers or more, I left it on. Not long after that, I was contacted by the creator of the site, and he wanted to play a couple of games with me. He did, and then that was the last I heard of him. Now, I decided to continue my ASL journey with Alain. Soon enough, we're in full-blown ASL. I really enjoyed playing with Alain, and eventually I graduated to playing my favorite scenario, Hube's Pocket. Needless to say, I had my butt handed to me as the Germans because I was trying to do this new strategy where I could circle behind the Russians and instead of going for the high ground. And let me tell you, that was a lesson to learn in itself. Much to my surprise, the comment I got from this creator was, "Hey, what are you doing playing this big boys game?" Well, I'm learning, and I hope that you all join me in my continuous journey in ASL, constantly learning and getting kicks out of it, really. Maybe literally, but anywho. So by now you probably guessed that the channel I'm talking about is Tactical Tuesday or Vaseline with Stu. Small applause there. Like him or not, agree with him or not, what did you say? That is one big pile of shit. Oh, God, I didn't say that. Anyway, large contribution to the SK and ASL online community. More so to the Starter Kit community, where he runs Tactical Tuesday and gathers a bunch of guys and they talk over strategy and try to improve their game. Personally, I still enjoy Starter Kit as a break and a relaxation exercise for a break in between ASL games, and it's great. It's wonderful. So his call sign, Foghorn Leghorn. Wait a second, you guys probably think I'm calling Stu a loudmouth schnook. I don't think so. In the last video that I made, he publicly said that he does not wear underwear. And as you can see, Foghorn Leghorn, okay, doesn't wear underwear as well. So we have a perfect match. Now, on a more serious note, although online resources are a great help, having a player of equal weight as you and investing some time in rulebook diving is also an immense value. For this reason, I would like to once again thank Mark Dennehy, Dennis Rutkowski, Dennis Freeberg, Pavel, and special thanks to Alain for getting me this far in my journey. Let's go to our rule of the week for now, all right? Rulebook of the rule of the week is Alpha 15.22. Now that's a rule that is basically, if you look at the second edition rulebook, and I do have it handy right there, you will not find it there. You will find perhaps 15.21 and 15.23, but 15.22, as my good friend Ken Rutkowski pointed out, I challenged Ken to find this rule in the rule book. And here's his reply to me, and it's worth reading out loud. It took a while to get it. Had to rub a mixture of Blue Dawn dish detergent, white vinegar, and Epsom salts to bring it out. Looks like ancient text similar to the Dead Sea Scrolls. That is in the second edition. In the first edition, it says, Pin, if he has already expended 3 or more movement factors when he becomes wounded, 17.2, by defensive first fire, a hero may move no further during that movement phase and is considered pinned in his current hex. Well, that was in the first edition ASL rulebook. It's no longer to be found in the second edition rulebook. Why, how, and when? I wish I had the answers, but I don't. But this is an example of how somebody of equal weight than you, and personally at this point in time, I think that Ken has really excelled and has improved his game immensely, even better than I have. And this is the type of wealth you can have by exchanging notes and insights with a fellow that is your equal, as opposed to having to depend on someone that is always an expert. The expert might overlook some things and take some things for granted. But if you have somebody your equal, that's what it will take for you to sit down for a moment and reread that rule and try to come up with a good interpretation. And if you don't, there's plenty of people in the community that can shed light on it. That's what sets ASL apart from other tactical games. Also, let's look at some love letters from the crypt. I was really deeply touched by the comments that people have given me. Here's Dr. Dry G here says, George! Exclamation mark. Oh, geez. I'm so touched. I'm not used to hearing my name with an exclamation mark. And let's see. You seem like a nice guy. Oh, wow. I'm again. I'm perplexed. I'm perplexed. Again, nice guy typically is not how people describe me, and you know what I mean. I'm deeply touched. But you get most of the rules wrong. Yeah, I get some things wrong here and there. +2 modifiers for moving vehicles or not moving, and bocage. Yes, how was I supposed to know that certain units that don't have in-house TEM will otherwise go say to their opponents on the other side of the bocage, peekaboo, come and shoot me. Yeah, it happens. And the tactics are not good either. I'm again touched. If you want to get an objective past the Russians, or if you want to eliminate them, I guess how else am I going to explain the freeze, the sleaze freeze? Well, yeah, I see his point, and again, I'm touched by these great constructive and worthwhile comments. I'm really touched. Thank you, buddy. Thanks. I'll keep you in mind in my memoirs and my will for sure. Don't worry about it. And again, I would like to thank all the viewers that have contributed to the channel, either positively or negatively, and the channel has grown, and my journey continues. Along the way, will I make mistakes? Sure, but I encourage everybody to continue playing and take things from a bright and lighthearted perspective and continue playing. I'm not sure if I'm going to have a video next week, but I'm working on a couple of projects, reviewing some Hasmo scenarios. I am also in the process of doing an after calamity report. You all heard of after action reports, but I want to do an after calamity report for the scenario rehearsal for CRYPT. And you may or may not find it interesting. Actually, you will find it interesting. And you'll see what calamity transpired there. Gee, did I learn a lot about paratroopers and gliders. And I'll share my knowledge with you to the best of my ability. I do have a couple of very challenging days ahead in terms of the amount of work that I have to do during my day job. So if you don't see a video next Saturday, forgive me, but if you do, I'm sure you'll enjoy it. And if you enjoyed this one, give it a thumbs up. And if you didn't enjoy it, give it a thumbs up in any case, because you're not a loudmouth schnook or a Karen, a YouTube Karen. That can be a term we can coin. Take care. Thanks for watching, guys.